Hey guys, this week on AwesomeCast, we talk about Chachi's new friends on Twitter, Windows Phone 8, the Wii U, Xbox ESPN, and Black Friday. Really? AwesomeCast. Check it out.
I'm getting awesome, you're getting awesome, we're getting awesome, yeah, that's what I said now. I'm getting awesome, you're getting awesome, we're getting awesome, yeah, that's what I said.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the AwesomeCast 128. I'm Michael Sork here in the studio in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, ready to talk tech with you. Yes, you. Yes, you. I'm looking at Chachi in front of instead of the camera. I realize I never look at the camera. Hi.
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 I didn't know you were talking to me yet.
No, I was talking to the camera.
Oh,
you just
okay.
happen to be over there. With me behind the board, as usual, is Chachi at Chachi Says on the Twitters and also of InsertCoinToBegin.com.
That's right.
Making friends on the internet.
That's what I do.
Is what he's doing
Each and
today.
every day.
Each and every day. A very landmark day as far as that goes. We'll talk about that here in a second. Oh, your shaking thing is making you go out of focus. And also with us is Bobby F. J-Town.
It's my AwesomeCast debut.
It is. You're a grand slammer now.
Yeah.
Joining Riz in that, I think.
Yeah, me, Riz, and Bret Hart.
That's right.
That's a different show.
Bobby's a contributor, of course, to Wrestling Mayhem Show on a regular basis. Let's Play with InsertCoinToBegin.com, and now here. And he's actually the man behind the scenes that's been helping me out.
For what?
With the notes.
For the notes.
Oh,
He's
right.
been writing the notes.
Yes.
Yep.
Helping with the show titles, catching those when we blurt them out and then forget them in the middle of the show.
Right.
This is the guy that's helping us out.
Yay!
He's our man on the street in the dock.
Yes.
It's awesome to meet everyone.
Yes.
I
Hey,
expect terrible jokes like that the rest of the night.
yeah, that's probably about right. Hey, Chachi, can you turn me up a little bit in the headphone again?
No.
I'm not hearing Bobby too good.
Yeah, no.
There we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now I hear everybody in my one ear. Hey, it's the AwesomeCast as usual.
Where can they find us, Sword?
Well, I was going to tell you what we're looking at here.
What are we looking at?
Well, we're looking at me
Yes.
and then the title of where they could contact me.
Do that thing again. That worked out well.
Like this right here?
Yeah, that worked out
well. Sorry, audio listeners.
Tell them where to go.
You can find out about us and talk tech with us at awesomecast.com. Drop us an email at contact@awesomecast.com. We're on Twitter at awesomecast. We're on Facebook. We're on your Google Pluses. And, of course, our own Twitters. I'm at Sorgatron, at Chachi Says, at Bobby F. J-Town.
This shirt should glow in the dark.
What, your shirt?
Yeah, I just now thought of that. I'm sorry.
Your
Go
Green
ahead.
Lantern shirt?
Yeah, go ahead.
This one should, too. This awesome, Macho Man one
Go
going
ahead.
on here.
Keep going. I was just distracted
Hey, that's
by
fine. Whatever. Hey, we're here live. You can talk tech with us live in the chat room at
If we pay attention.
live.sorgatronmedia.com. We do our best to pay attention. We do our best. Yeah, it's a little late tonight, but I think people aren't showing up because of the holiday. People got crazy Thanksgiving plans. I don't know. Are people going and finding turkeys? Is that what typically happens? I'm never usually on that end.
Yeah, we've merged Easter and Thanksgiving, and now we just find turkeys.
We just find turkeys.
Yeah.
Oh,
I want to find a turkey.
So can I dye my turkey pink?
Don't. That's animal abuse.
It's animal abuse.
I'm
What?
Sure. Wait, is it dead?
Don't deep
It's not
fry it
alive.
when you dye it pink.
Don't deep fry it and then dye it pink.
Oh man,
There you go.
I don't think that's safe to
There you
eat.
go. Is there
Oh.
Thanksgiving tech? Maybe that's what we should be talking about this episode. Is
Can
there
I blow up my turkey?
eye
I was
turkey?
I was at Aldi's the other day and saw a deep frying turkey machine.
There you go. There you go. That's got to be.
So it's out there.
A friend of the show, Hutch, posted a picture on Twitter the other day where it was him using this motor lift to deep fry a turkey.
I'm gonna see if I can find this.
He was taking it extra carefully and using this motor lift to put the turkey in the deep fryer. It was kind of impressive.
Yeah, you can't just drop that thing in there.
Well, see, the problem is you have to do it when the turkey is thawed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The problem is these rednecks just taking the turkey out of the freezer and
'Cause
being
it's-
like,
'cause
I'm just going to drop this.
Really? Because it's just the rednecks?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's on. Well, that thing's
Well, I mean,
gonna
it's the
fry up.
rednecks that are catching everything on fire.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, everyone deep fries a turkey, because if you don't deep fry a turkey, then you are a
un-American.
sad human being.
That's un-American.
Can you deep fry a turducken?
Why not?
Wouldn't recommend
You
it.
can. I think we've proven by Hutch's deep fry parties we can deep fry just about anything.
That is very
Didn't
true.
we deep fry a live moth
Yeah.
and then Rob ate it?
Yeah. For a
So
buck.
so we get to tell that story since he's not here.
For a buck.
For a buck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might have been more than that. I know I was responsible for $1.
At least $1. We might have had a pool going.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're supposed to talk about tech on this show.
Oh, right.
So let's get into it. Well, first, let's talk about your experience. We're probably going to get into this a little bit more because of the content on the Wrestling Mayhem show. But you are making friends on social media again.
Since my inception on Twitter.
Yes. And now let's run down the list. What other people, famous people that have blocked you up to this point?
Chad Ochocinco, former football player for the Cincinnati Bengals.
I just watched them on the league.
There was a moment where he tweeted out a picture of his super ridiculous souped up truck.
Mm-hmm.
And he made a comment that it costs like $160 to fill it with gas,
Mm-hmm.
like a full tank.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's dumb.
I'll probably get you 20 miles.
Yeah. I'm like, that's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
With an extra choice word in there.
Should've
Okay.
said, ciao, please.
And he responded, he responded, F you, and then blocked me.
That's
Ocho Cinco, don't mess around. And any other guy?
And then my arch nemesis in the entire world, Scott Baio, has blocked me on Twitter. There was a while there where I was determined to get Scott Baio to acknowledge that I am, in fact, the real Chachi, and he is not a good Chachi at all.
You're the worst Chachi ever.
And
I'd say by blocking you, he proved that Charles is indeed in charge.
yes. And it got to the point where he wasn't acknowledging me, so I just got ridiculous with it. And he didn't even respond. He just blocked me flat out. And then today, even better than those two, there's a wrestler for the WWE that I'm not a big fan of.
Mm-hmm.
I find him rather annoying. I don't think he's very talented. And one of his catchphrases gets on my nerves, and that's woo woo, you know it.
Mm-hmm.
So for the past 2.5 weeks, I've sent, his name's Zack Ryder. I've sent him a tweet each day that says, woo woo woo, you suck, #daily reminder. For 2.5 consecutive weeks, every day I sent him this tweet. Expected him to, like, I don't know, get angry and block me or something. No. He retweeted it to all of his fans. He has like 989,000 followers. And so
939,000.
okay.
Yes.
And so today, I've been getting bombarded on both sides.
23 retweets,
Yes.
9 favorites. I got it up here. It's still on his page. And he's only tweeted like 5 times, and he's retweeted the WWE Universe at this point. So you're
Yes.
still very prominently on his page.
Yes.
And you know how many people probably go to twitter.com/Zack Ryder just to check out what he's saying.
Yes. So I'm estimating that for the next 2 weeks or so, I'm going to get random responses, either agreeing with me or calling me names in horrible English.
And I love
Yeah,
that.
it was-
I love that your response, like it says that you responded to is Montel Jordan on Twitter.
Well, see, the thing is, I don't always, like, when I go on Twitter and I remember to send him that tweet, it's because he tweeted something. And I'm like, oh, I forgot to remind you today, Mr. Ryder, but you suck.
I see people were a fan that you had the Bowser face for your
Yes. Yeah.
your thing.
But yeah. So I saw that tweet, and I'm like, oh, I haven't told Zack Ryder how much he sucks today. So I hit respond, and I'm like, woo, 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 you suck, daily reminder.
Wow, you have a lot of friends. You are a bitch. You suck ass. Oh yeah. I don't know which one she's talking about, you or him.
Yeah, I don't either.
So she didn't really do that right.
No, you don't understand.
You got friends. I like the one with the dancing Gur from Invader Zim. But yeah,
I have favorite.
Yeah,
Favorited.
You favorited the people responding and favoriting you. That's amazing.
Let's see.
That might be Twitterbation right there.
Zack Ryder is one of the most talented wrestlers I've ever seen. Plus, have had the opportunity to meet. You are just an ignorant twat. And this one is by far my favorite. This was written by a 9th grader. Somewhere. He didn't put his location in. It says, if Zack Ryder sucks, and at this point, he's added Zack Ryder twice in the same tweet.
In the same tweet.
Yes. It says,
well, to be fair, some of the clients like add them all in,
right.
and then you think you're going to do the thing, but don't realize it happened.
Right.
And, yeah.
But it says, if that Zack Ryder sucks, then so do you. Later, he deleted this tweet.
What the hell?
Yeah,
I noticed you sent me a screen cap just in case when you found out about this.
No, Zack Ryder didn't delete the tweet.
No, this other guy. Yeah.
Don't you dare say that Zack Ryder sucks. He's the top wrestler in my book, and he'll be the next world champion soon. What is?
but generally, we'll get
wait,
more.
Wait. Another one of my favorite ones. In Hindi, Chachi means father's younger brother's wife.
I saw that. This was educational.
I mean, so the responses I'm getting are all
You're
over
such a Chachi.
It's amazing.
Wait, wasn't the last part of that wife?
Yes.
I thought it meant father's brother's former roommate twice removed and then put back.
So, so at this point, I need to take a few days off to let this blow over, because these responses are going to keep coming in. But I need to find my next target.
You know what you need to start doing? Start pushing and start going to begin to these people.
Well, I've gotten 9 followers from it today.
I know.
So
you start pushing like, hey, Chachi Plays is coming up, et cetera, because I mean you're getting.
No, I don't want to push that stuff to the people who are responding.
They're hating on you.
Yeah, to the responding to hate on me.
That's true. That's true.
You know.
That's true.
Yeah, so I need to find my next target. Like, I don't know who to go after next.
So you're just gonna lay off Zack Ryder? You're like, mission accomplished. I'm moving on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Zack Ryder threw him to the Wolfpack today. Too bad the Wolfpack only had a combined IQ of about 7.
Yes.
Maybe.
But I mean, once I get a response, there's no fun in it anymore.
It's like I've met the hero. It's like if I wanted an autograph, I met the hero and I'm done with it, kind of thing, right? So you're just like, hey, moving on. What's my next project?
Right.
Okay.
That's certain someone's in Pittsburgh tonight.
I see that.
I don't bother Ocho Cinco or Scott Bale anymore.
No. We're like, all right, cool.
Well, I mean, granted, I can't.
You only troll to a certain point.
Right. I'm not going to keep constantly going back. I'm just going to, get a response.
But you are trolling though.
Oh, hell yeah.
In the long run.
Yeah.
Like, look, I'm a professional troll.
This guy had to go through his Twitter feed and see for 2.5 weeks that there's this guy he's never met who is far weaker than he is pointing out with his own catchphrase how much he sucks.
Be a star, Chachi.
One of the followers I gained today was an anti-bullying campaign. Somebody _ you on Twitter.
Oh, boy.
And I'm like, appropriate.
And let's see, your 1,100 followers versus his 990,
yes,
939,000. So there you go. Hey,
but I mean, yes, I'm a troll to a point.
But you're a knowing troll, and you're like, yeah, I'm doing this for attention, and etc. And here you go.
Right.
That's fine.
You
kind of do it to people in person too.
Right. If he didn't suck so much, I wouldn't have to do it.
I give him a little respect though for retweeting you there.
Yeah.
Well, I had a conversation with one of the people who called me an ass.
He didn't punk out. He completely just tossed you out there and see what his fan base would do, which is really cool because he knows he has that fan base that's going to react.
I had a conversation with one of the people who responded and called me an ass.
It's kind of like what happened when we were getting when the Mayhem show was getting a lot of hate crap on there,
Yeah.
and we kind of threw them to the wolves. I mean, we don't have a 939,000 strong base, but it was enough to get them, kicked off of Twitter.
Right.
So,
But one of the first responses I got to this was some random guy who just said, "You are an ass."
Mm-hmm.
And I responded, I'm like, "Who's an ass? Me stating an opinion on the internet, or the guy who retweeted the fact that he sucks?" And he's like, "Well, at least he retweeted you instead of blocking you." He's like, he's not being a dick and just getting rid of you. He's like, he's acknowledging your opinion and letting the fans deal with you.
Yeah.
And he's like, he does a top 5 list of hateful tweets towards him.
Yeah.
So
because he's a very polarizing character in
Right.
the long run. Like, you're either like, wow, this is great, I can get behind it, or I hate this guy. But let's not get more into that, because that's more of a conversation for the wrestling show. We'll probably recap this a little bit there.
Juggalo John said the only reason he joined Twitter was to talk shit on Lilith Fair.
Yeah, I don't know if we had him on. I forget if we had him on the WPAJ interview, or we had on Music Fun Time, I think, and he just railed on the Lilith Fair so hard that night. So it was epic. He had the fire for sure. Music Fun Time, that's right. Yeah, I wouldn't have had him on the interview show. That doesn't make any sense.
No.
All right, let's get into it. First, hey, there was a new console released?
What?
The first console of the new generation?
What?
Or the last console of the last generation? I'm not sure exactly how that
I'm going to
works
go
out.
with that one.
With that one? It's kind of weird. They kind of sandwiched the generation.
Well,
That's fine. HD.
considering that the console is weaker than everything out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that a fact? Do we
It's-
know that?
Technically, it's on par. I'm sorry. It's
Okay.
on par with everything that was released
Okay.
by all their competitors last generation.
Last generation.
Yeah.
In, I think, 7 years ago at this point? Well, okay.
Yes. If the Xbox were a child, it could start kindergarten.
Let's pass kindergarten at this point.
First grade.
Maybe
grade?
second.
I don't know. I'm not a parent.
So no, you're not. You're not.
That
But
is a
anyways,
good
yes,
thing.
the Wii U came out this weekend. Somebody I visited somebody last night and they got one. They
Who?
just Tony F. He found one at Toys R Us. It was like the last one, I guess. So yeah, it came out over this weekend. We were really kind of lackluster with it going in, but apparently somehow there's some excitement for this thing. People standing in lines as usual. The pre-orders were actually double what the Wii was.
It's the
Really? It's something new and different, but I don't think it's new and different enough to sustain. So we'll see what it is. But unfortunately, okay, like I said, it's kind of record numbers for how many they put out there. There's already over 2,000 Wii U consoles, according to the Chicago Tribune article I put up here, already sold on eBay with up to a 40% markup.
That's not
So-
In
Twinkies.
some cases, they're bundled with games and Twinkies.
Yeah. I was gonna say so were Twinkies.
Wow.
Like, they actually bundled them with Twinkies.
Well,
with everything going on
if
with
you're
Hostess
gonna
right
buy, apparently, if you're gonna buy a new gaming console, you need junk food. To
now. I
go
mean,
with
it makes sense, right? I'm going to
Yeah.
sit home. I'm going to play my Wii. I'm going to play my Mario, Nintendo Land, and Zombies.
You're gonna play your
and I
touch.
want to eat some damn Twinkies.
You're gonna play your touch screen system with sticky fingers.
That's right. That's
You-
right. I got.
You are a terrible gamer.
I got
Better
chai
grip.
latte all over my iPhone yesterday, so big boy latte. There, Bobby. Or how'd you say that before?
Oh, the chai latte.
Chai latte.
It's for adults.
For adults, yeah,
Yes.
an adult chai latte.
It's an adult drink.
It's an adult drink. But so there's an excitement for this. There's people kind of fiending for this thing. I mean, I gotta think all the Nintendo fanboys are out there. I mean, okay, and there's a Mario game.
I'm not there.
You're not there. I'm not there
I'm
yet.
not there.
I'm kind of iffy there. But there's enough of them out there.
They said people were actually getting mad because they didn't have the higher end version. They'd go for one, and they'd say, "Do you have the I don't know. I don't even know what the higher end version is, but I think it has a smaller hard drive or a bigger
It's
hard
got a
drive.
bigger- it's
and
a-
the one,
Bigger flash.
yeah, and the one without, they would be like, "No, I don't want that. I want the other one." So they were going to wait for the other one without getting the new one, or the one that they actually had in the store.
I want to try to pull in which ones they have here, but I believe it's a $400 and $450 version. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, $300 and $350. The white one is kind of your standard one here. See if I can pull up the specs. 8 gigabytes of internal storage. That's how they did it. But the black one's the better one. The black one's the bigger one. So it comes with 8 gigabytes of internal storage. What?
Stereotyping.
Well, we could have just kind of rolled by that, The black one at $350, of course, is the cooler looking one. Comes with 32 gigabytes of internal storage. A stand. A gamepad cradle, a gamepad stand, a Wii U console stand. And actually has the packing game. So there's no game even for the other one. So for $50 more, you're kind of getting a lot for that.
You get a lot.
I kind of want the $50 more one if I'm going to get one.
Exactly.
In the long run. Now, if the people that did get this and they brought it home this weekend were greeted by a fantastic 5 gigabyte OS update. 5 gigabytes. Wow!
I complain about PS3 load times.
Yeah. I mean, that's a huge.
I've always complained about PS3 load times.
Yeah,
and I don't have a PS3.
That's ridiculous. I do.
Yeah.
That's the one big gripe.
On top of that, so and apparently there's been reports that Wii U users here, according to The Verge, they're saying that their consoles are becoming bricked after losing power while trying to install the big update. You gotta think, like, not everybody has Fios or decent enough Comcast like you or I, Josh.
Some people still have dial-up.
But they're not trying to do online stuff.
That's true.
But I mean, I would hope that if you had the games, and apparently the games themselves are all patching too. Like, there's patches that are loading from the games themselves.
They have to.
So kind of like the situation I think that PlayStation 3 has, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it kind of does system updates to make sure it's good to go.
Every time you put in a game.
So at least you hopefully wouldn't be stuck if you didn't have online. You could still stick in your games. It does whatever updates are required, and you can move on. Now, of course, this is something that right into it. We talked about there's supposed to be the Wii TV kind of application going on. You're supposed to have Netflix and Hulu Plus and Amazon and all that stuff. Netflix is on there now. I don't think, like, the general TV thing is not live yet. And I think it's kind of funny, and I did link this here over in the chat here. No, that's not the right one. Oh, yeah, here it is. Nintendo spins the delayed Wii U entertainment apps as proof of a living, breathing system.
What?
Maybe on a respirator. But yeah, I mean, they promised this right out of the box. We got little details, like, even leading up to this thing. It kind of came out of left field. I saw some commercials, but I'm really surprised that they're actually got a little bit of excitement. Or are these just the people that were going to get a new console anyways at this point?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. I think it's only doing well because people want a new console now.
They're just fiending for it because it's been so long.
Right.
It's something new.
It's the first generation. I mean, it's the first generation that has been almost a decade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But if it's not broke, why fix it?
Right. There's absolutely no reason to change what we have now.
No.
The games right now are just getting good. There's been a run of games that have just been amazing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And it's not going to stop because they're coming out in February. There's another run in February and March.
Yeah, I mean, we got Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to come out on all the major consoles. This thing, one thing is nice. Like, I walked into the Walmart. Of course, they had none of the systems over the weekend. Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. Because that's when it came out. So they had none of the systems. But I'm really surprised at how many games they have right at launch. And a nice variety of it. I mean, they got Assassin's Creed 3. I think they have Black Ops out already.
Yeah, I don't think it's out yet.
It isn't?
But they said like 500 and some people were playing online.
Yeah.
And they said the game is coming out like Tuesday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like an early, like the people got the game early and they were playing it online.
So I mean, like I said, it's got the games. It's got the games to say, well, I'd like to get this for all the Mario games, but it doesn't have Assassin's Creed 3. It doesn't have Black Ops. It does have it. As long as we're not talking something like a Halo or a God of War or something like that, it has your games, at least the major ones. So it's kind of nice. They're doing the right thing there. Whether the third parties stick around, I don't know. He heard really good things about like the Mario game. Really hearing good things about the Nintendo Land game. I really hope I can find a demo somewhere where they have one set up so I can actually play this thing. Because this is one of those things we're not going to know how it is until we get our hands on it. Just like the Wii, right? Because the Wii, you really didn't get it until you got that Wii Sports and you got to say, oh, this is what we're doing with this thing. This makes so much sense, right? And I don't think it's as demonstratable as watching somebody make the motions. You know, I think it's this is more of a hands-on thing. Just like you don't get like how touch games are going to work on an iPad until you get your hands on it, right?
Right.
I mean, it just you can't really convey that very well. Just like you can't convey the 3D on the 3DS until you get your eyes on it. You know.
And I don't like it.
And I don't like it either. That's why I picked one up.
Well, you can shut it off, too.
But still, yeah. Then why am I getting? Then why am I getting a new? My DS is fine. You know?
Why am I?
graphics.
Why am I getting a new handheld if I'm not using?
We're just
3D?
playing it the same way at this point. What's the point? Some other things people have been complaining about. For one thing, if you want to, there's an article here on The Verge that Nintendo's forcing their Wii U owners to jump through hoops to transfer their Wii content. As much as the first step involves inserting an SD card into the Wii U, where the card and the console are registered online. Then you put the card in the Wii, where it must be verified using the internet connection. Copy the game and then count onto you. Yeah. There's a lot of steps here. Holy crap! Yeah. There's
just
a lot.
To transfer the games that you've already bought.
Why can't you just log in with your account? I can't remember how the store works. How does the store work on there? Is it just kind of tied to your Wii and you put your credit card in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have no like online login?
No.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
Then you have to use a friend code.
Then you have to use a friend code. Yeah. I don't know much about the process, but I hear the online is a lot easier to get into.
You know why you don't know much about the process?
Because I didn't ever bothered with it.
Because your Xbox does it better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I mean, I don't know much about the process for this time around. I haven't heard much about it. I just hear that's a lot better. The only weird thing is there's no headphone jack in the controller. So you can't use a headset.
That's dumb.
And you can't use the microphone on the controller for talking on Call of Duty.
That is bad.
Wow.
Why? Why? You have everything.
Yeah.
Why not connect it? After all this, it just seems like they're making some really bad steps there. Words about the, stuff about how the OS is kind of kludgy. If you want to play your old Wii games, you have to reboot into the Wii.
Yes.
Some are saying there's no update to your graphics, even though I guess there is an emulator that easily updates all of your Wii games to 720p. It upscales all the graphics.
Oh.
Why aren't we doing this right in the Wii? Would kind of make sense, right? I think didn't the PlayStation 3 do that? Like, didn't it kind of do an update thing to PS2 games?
I have no idea. Bobby?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, they did with this back. They don't even have PS2 support.
Well, then again, they're releasing HD collections for many games from PS2, so I don't know. I don't think there's an upgrade.
I mean, it's not a new concept. I mean, but some people, I don't know. I got one of these. Chachi, you probably remember me playing with this. Remember Bleem?
Yeah,
it was an emulator that you could actually buy.
I remember Bleem.
They got sued out of existence, unfortunately, by Sony. But you could put your PlayStation 1 games into a computer, and they did a little bit with Dreamcast as well. And it would update using your graphics card in your computer, and it would update all the graphics. It worked really good. Remember 1 for the PlayStation 1. It worked so good. I loved playing that thing on my PC.
I'll see if I can find it.
Bleem. I hope somebody's open sourced that thing. And of course, you can get whatever emulators you want these days that work pretty good. I still would like to get a good Sega Saturn one or a Sega CD one, because I have these awesome Sega CD games, but no way to really play them.
I laugh every time someone says the word Bleem, and I'm trying to find it.
It's such a weird thing.
But Penny Arcade did a comic one time talking about Bleem.
Yeah.
And Gabe had blown up the machine, his computer, and he was trying to install Bleem on a blender.
Because they started doing...
He's like, hold on, I'll be right with you as soon as I get Bleem on this blender.
There are these packs that they had. I think it was you could play... Oh, what was it? Like, they started doing packs where it would, like, they guaranteed that would work with this set of games. Mm. Like, I think it was for the Dreamcast they started doing it. They got into some really interesting things there. Oh, no, I think they were putting PlayStation games on the Dreamcast? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So you like booted with the emulator disc, and then you put in your PlayStation game into your Dreamcast, because the Dreamcast was way better than the PlayStation 1 graphics-wise. Yeah. It was kind of the Wii. It was kind of like how Wii is to the current generation, Dreamcast was to like the PlayStation 2 generation. Mm-hmm. So
I can't find it.
Man, those were the days.
I can't find it in a quick.
I actually paid for that thing. So worthless.
It was
now.
like $10.
Yeah, it was like. Actually, it might have been like 20.
Bullshit.
Maybe. So yeah. So the Wii U. We'll see how it goes. It really, outlook wise, I don't see a big game. There's nothing that really seems like it pushes it.
Nope.
I mean, you got Nintendo Land's a bunch of mini games. I'm hearing Zombie U. I was really excited for it, but it sounds really weird and bad. Mm-hmm. So this is the Red Steel of this generation.
Yeah.
This is the thing that should have been the really cool concept, but shows that we're not ready to make the really cool concept with this hardware. Because I mean, Red Steel was like, oh, I can do sword fighting. Really be sword fighting. Nope, didn't work out too well. So there's that.
Bad idea.
And I don't know. It's just weird because you had the screen. So is the emphasis completely taken off of motion games at this point?
Yeah.
So
except for Kinect.
Yeah.
No, I mean just for the Wii.
Oh, yeah.
So are you not going to see like as many I'm going to wave something around games?
They still support the Wii controllers.
They do support the Wii controllers, so they're still there. A lot of the games will be I have a Wii controller, or it just feels like there's too many. It's accessory.
There's too many choices.
Wait. This game, okay. Everybody's got to have their Wii, and this is the problem that was with the Wii. All right, everybody's got to have their Wii. All right, do you have a nunchuck? Oh wait, we don't need a nunchuck for this game. Oh wait, no, you need a nunchuck, but the rest of us don't need a nunchuck. Yeah. Okay, now you have the screen, but I want the screen. And then there's just a lot of fights. I think.
Let's buy another screen for like $300.
No, you can't do that. Because the Wii U will only support one screen.
But still, then you're fighting over who has the screen.
Jeez.
So I just think it's some really cool ideas, but it's just too much. Because I've never bought one of those virtual the Pro pads, the game pads, or anything like that. So I don't know.
You can't even find them now. FYI.
Really? I think they should have a new one for the Wii U.
At places like the Exchange and stuff,
mm-hmm.
You can't find them. Trust me, I've been looking.
There's always like the gamepad controller
I went
for
to
the other ones.
Advantage Pad, the giant joystick one, because I love playing Super Mario Bros. 3 with it.
Yeah,
and I can't find one.
Of the NES Advantage. Still have one around here somewhere.
You should give it to me.
No, I shouldn't.
You should.
No, I shouldn't.
You should.
NES Advantage is awesome.
No, you should give it to me.
Nope.
You should give it to me.
Hey, you know what? You know what you can.
Hey.
You know what you can try out that I can't.
You should give it to me.
No.
I have like 3 light guns if you want.
No, I shouldn't.
You should give it to me.
No, I shouldn't. You know what sucked? NES Max. Remember that thing?
Yeah, I made a belt buckle out of it.
I think it was kind of BS. Anyway, sorry.
And then I get irritated when I'd walk around.
Mm-hmm.
I get irritated when I walked around and that little thing was jiggling, so I super glued it in place.
He's jiggling a little close to my crotch. I'm sorry.
Wait, there's something in my pocket that's jiggling. Nope, just my belt buckle.
So ESPN was one of the first guys that had a channel on Xbox. It was mostly like, the ESPN 3 stuff, and I got my news updates. Yeah, I really use that app a lot. Because well, they just updated ESPN on Xbox Live with all of the live ESPN content.
Yeah.
Everything. You can do a split screen between two games. You can set up your teams. You can watch all that stuff live. I could presume you can watch Monday Night Football on this thing. Yeah, you can watch Monday Night
Football now.
But now, of course, you're going to have to pair that with your video cable subscription. So me, a cord cutter, it sounds like I'm going to be out on it unless it qualifies me because I get like the ESPN 360 or something like that. You never know, because sometimes when I log in with my Verizon account for Fios, it still gives me video in some places. I don't know if that's just a mistake or what. Well, it also says here. Now, wait a minute. I'm wondering because it's just saying in this article. I was listening to another podcast and they said that you had to have a cable subscription, but this one is just saying that you have to have an Xbox Live Gold subscription.
Huh. Oh, okay.
So, and I thought that's what we heard about before.
They better not raise my prices
for Xbox Gold.
Yeah.
No, I think they'll eat the cost on this one. They're making enough off of games and stuff to be able to do it. But still, I think I really like the interface. I always like to just going in and playing with it, even though I wasn't really interested in sports, unless I found I popped in the other day and just like, hey, women's volleyball, why not, right?
Because
KHL hockey.
Because it's women.
Regular hockey doesn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. or some like random college football game. I'm like, it's football. Let's watch a little bit of football. Whatever. But it's nothing. I can't imagine anybody really following that unless like they just happen. Oh, my team's always on ESPN3. This is perfect. And I think some NBA games too. But having this be a nice one-stop shop and with all these features, and it looks like they're going to have next month's Smart Glass functionality is also going to be added to the app as well. So you're going to have that kind of second screen experience, which will be nice because you'll have like stats kind of thing, I'm sure, and some other stuff. What do you guys think?
Wonder if it gets the Ocho.
The Ocho?
Yeah.
Can I get the Ocho on my Smart Glass?
ESPN 8 Ocho.
Oh, Ocho.
I want to see that squirrel water skiing.
I don't think any of us here are really big sports fans, but
I'm somewhat.
What do we think of like this kind of one-stop shop for getting all of your ESPN content like this and these kind of extra features?
I pay for cable.
You pay for cable, but I mean, there's a little bit more to it. It's like you took those cable channels and they're more organized. What? Why are you pointing at me?
I'm watching you.
You're watching me?
Yeah.
Watching?
This is all your fault.
This is all my fault.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. What do you think of this, Bobby?
I think it's a good idea. I think it's going to work for the sports fans and everything like that. I don't know if I would use a lot of it because I don't really watch college football too much. Every once in a while when it's on. I don't know. NFL stuff, I would probably use it more for that.
Yeah.
And like I said, the KHL hockey games. If I want to watch Gino play, I could see it on there. Get updates on Gino, how he's doing.
Yeah, and it does include. I should say the full lineup it includes ESPN 1, 2, 3, U, Buzzard Beater, and Goal Line, which apparently are all properties.
Buzzer.
Huh?
It's Buzzer.
I meant to say Buzzard.
That's when they fight falcons.
Yeah, I was like, wait,
that's the bird fighting channel.
Are we fighting birds now?
That's
still a good line. That's still a good line. I mean, I love to see. Hopefully this will be. Again, maybe we talk on the wrestling show. Wouldn't it be great if they had something like this that was all encompassing for like a WWE app or something?
Yeah.
That would be nice. I still want to watch it.
It'd be nice, So, but still, good to see more content on there. Like, it feels like there's more stuff on there all the time. I've completely lost track of what's available on the Xbox. I've actually looked at it and considered, like, man, I really don't need my Roku box anymore.
It's hard to find stuff on there now.
And actually, I'd rather have the Xbox because the HBO Go doesn't work on my Roku because doesn't work with the provider that I have it lined up with. So. Well, still,
Yeah.
Always good to see that coming in. Hey, we'll see when the Wii finally gets some video stuff if it'll actually compete with something like this.
It's a living, breathing console, Sorg.
It's a living, breathing console.
It's too bad it's strapped into an iron lung right now.
Chachi, I got this. There's a video with this next one if you can show a little bit of it. Microsoft has a new ad campaign to introduce apparently all of us, one at a time, and interrupt our dinner with our lovely date to show us the Windows Phone 8. So we'll wait a second for Chachi to pull up the video here. But we remember, remember a few years ago when I think Windows 7 came out, and there was the laptop hunters, where they would take them in and they would say, I'm looking for a laptop, and they compare it to like a MacBook Pro that's like starts, or an Air that starts at $1,000 or something like that.
There we go.
So this guy apparently goes, interrupts people while they're eating, and shows them features. In this case, in the video he's showing here, he shows this couple. They've got an iPhone 5 apparently, and he says, and he's got a Lumia. I'm sorry, I don't know the number. Lumia 920, and tells him, he's like, we got a better camera on this one than you have on there. What's on? Don't worry about sound. We just want to show it off here. So he shows them the pictures on it, and they're like, yeah, it's got a better camera and everything.
Take a picture with my phone. All right, let's do it. You ready? Let's take a picture. All right, and I'm going to take one with my Windows phone. All right, ready to see these results? Yeah, let's see them. So that is the photo on your iPhone 5. A little dark. That's the same photo on the Lumia 920. Big difference, right? Yeah. This is the best camera phone ever built, period. It's got a really wide
get the idea there.
Why don't you just buy a camera if that's what you're worried about?
This is the best camera phone. Well, that's great, but where's all my apps? I mean, that was a discussion we didn't see for it. And there's another one. There's another one down below where he's trying to pick up some girl at the beach and compares her HTC phone.
I think this guy's just a pervert.
Yeah. I think this guy's just like, I'm out to dinner. It's like, hey, let me show you why your phone sucks.
Oh man, I kind of want to watch this one. Shut up.
The beach one?
Yeah.
I don't even know what he's showing off in this one.
We'll find out.
Hey, I'm Ben.
I think he's looking at social features.
Shut up. I'm listening to Ben.
You're listening, but we can't see it.
Oh, right. I got distracted. I was listening to Ben.
San Antonio.
How do you stay in touch with everybody?
My parents and I get along beautifully over text message.
What kind of phone do you have?
Oh, text messaging.
I want you to send a text to both your mom and your dad. It just says, hi, guys. And I'm going to do the same thing. And if you can get that done faster than I can, I'm going to buy you a plane ticket home.
Okay.
That's not fair.
To her parents?
Yeah.
Wait, why is this guy texting her parents?
I don't know.
All done.
He's not.
What?
I don't know which HTC that is, but
I can create this thing called groups. This Windows Phone brings all the people and the stuff that I care about right to my start screen. I can text them all from one spot. I can send
all the stuff you care about.
Spot.
Android has all the stuff you don't care about on the start screen, right?
Attach my location.
What he didn't tell her is if she lost, he was going to buy her a plane ticket to his home.
Oh, isn't this just like the Bing It or the Bing It the Win It thing with where they're like, hey, if you pick Google over Bing, we're going to give you an Xbox.
You're a big man, man.
Yeah, you're a big man, man.
That's Jonah Ray from the Nerdist Podcast.
Oh no kidding.
Yep.
That's why he sounds familiar on Nerdist. Okay. Because I hear that commercial all the freaking time on Hulu. So Microsoft, what do you think about this? Did we like the laptop hunter ads back in the day?
No, that was just disturbing.
It was disturbing?
Yeah.
Because then they turned the one person's kitchen into a Microsoft store.
Right. These people were out. They come home.
What are you doing in my home? What the hell did you do?
These people were out and they come home.
After those instances, we're going to come to you and interrupt your dinner and try to pick you up on the beach and meet your parents.
Yes.
I was just at the store. I didn't want to come back home to the store.
Exactly.
I just turned that guy down for trying to show me
IKEA and bought all this stuff.
Phone stuff. Weird.
Oh boy! So there's Microsoft trying to get us to enjoy their phones, which I'm sure they're fine. They're fine. Whoa!
Whoa!
Yeah, go and just mute that computer.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah, because there's stuff happening there.
Wow.
Yeah, Missy's texting me an iMessage. Speaking of iMessage, it was down this weekend.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's a good question. I mean, we've had iMessage go down, which means for some people their texts aren't working.
You know why it went down? Because it doesn't have a good enough camera.
Oh, jeez. That'll be the next commercial. Oh, is your texting working this weekend? Oh, you're texting all your friends on iPhone? Yeah, it's down. Guess what? Windows doesn't use anything fancy like that, so it's not gonna work.
Let me text your parents faster than you can.
Let me give you a plane ticket to my house. What? This doesn't even make any sense.
Oh, you'll find out later.
Chachi, are you the
What
one
up?
that went
What up?
Are you the one that went OCD and pushed in every other Saturn game that's sitting over here?
Yeah.
Okay, I just looked over and saw this. I'm going to Instagram this thing.
They weren't even.
They weren't even. Now
No.
they're all not even.
They should be. They were last week.
You were last week.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
I'm
evenly
not down here
off-kilter.
doing anything.
They were last week.
I literally come down here once a week. Okay, twice a week when I have to do laundry.
You should do laundry throughout the week.
Throughout the week,
That
so
way
it's
you
not
don't-
such a big deal.
Right.
You should
So
start
I don't just sit down here for 8 hours to do.
It's about time.
It is about that time.
You should
So-
start a podcast about laundry.
Don't tempt me,
No.
Bobby. Don't tempt me.
Shut up,
Bobby.
Bobby. Bobby.
You know how
Bobby.
many-
Bobby.
You don't have
Mike,
any ideas
Mike,
for new podcasts.
Mike.
Yeah, I
Shut
know.
it.
You
Bobby.
What?
I'm
You got to
I'm
switch
pointing
it.
at you.
You need to switch it before you point it.
shut up.
Okay.
Shut up,
Chachi,
Bobby.
and this is what Chachi doesn't want to do any more podcasts. Chachi doesn't want
I'm
to
sorry,
be
Chachi.
involved in any more podcasts because we can't fit any more into Tuesday night.
Yeah, but when he's doing laundry, Chachi's not going to be there, so Sword can just do his own
It's
podcast.
going to be me and my laundry and showing off my wife's underwear. How do I make
Be
that
like-
social?
You don't.
Is I say, chat room, can you recommend a factory software? I don't know.
Wow.
What if it's like a fireside chat? And then you have the discussion
This
until
week
the
on-
next buzzard. The
This,
buzzard. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. I have a thing.
this week on Laundry Time.
Laundry time.
Laundry
That's a great
time.
idea. That's a great idea.
Bad idea.
I've also been really big on these ideas about like having a conversation with my father and making a podcast out of it. Because we don't talk on the phone enough. I mean,
Chris Hardwick did that with his dad.
Hardwick does that. I was watching a Chris Perillo thing where he gets his dad on there to talk about iPads and there's Roderick on the Line that I know Rob's into. Just like it seems like they're just two friends that have a phone call and talk about whatever. Chachi, we could do this, but we already kind of do that when we're here every Tuesday.
Well, we do that when we're here every Tuesday,
Yes.
and we do
And we
that.
kind of do that on Twitter.
We do that on Twitter.
Yeah.
And when we're not doing one of those two things,
We're on GChat.
yes, even when we're not at computers,
Yeah,
We're
that's
at
the sad
GChat.
part. I probably talked to you more than I talked to my own wife.
yeah.
That's sad. I hope she didn't hear that. All right. On that note, guys, it's I guess last note here. We can talk real quick. Black Friday. Do we care?
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean, really, does it? I mean, who actually
How many times have
goes
you
out?
gone out to get stuff on Black
I don't know.
Friday?
When's the last time I've been out on Black Friday? I mean, I remember.
I went.
I don't
remember-
leave the house on Black Friday.
I'm just staying home.
Right.
I'm staying.
I
home.
went one time
Yeah.
for somebody else that wanted something, and I ended up going over to the mall and going to the hat store and buying a sun visor, which I didn't have to wait in line for. It was a bad decision, I know.
You know,
Sun visors are lame.
Seriously,
But-
I do like, and I did this a couple years ago where we went out Black Friday, and I just like kind of sitting in the mall and watching the mayhem.
Yeah.
You know, now there was one year where we hit Walmart back home, and we got a GameCube, we got a couple computers for some reason, and all that kind of stuff. And I remember having to bob and weave through carts to try to get to the pallet of GameCubes. I mean, it was quite an adventure to try to do that. Like probably 8 in the morning. Like no, it was even earlier because it wasn't even light out yet.
I
So,
saw two grown women fight over a Tickle Me Elmo.
I believe it. I believe.
Not now. They wouldn't do that now.
Like I almost want to go out and get and just spectate. You know, just see. Like, oh, you guys are crazy. I'm just gonna sit in this food court and have some Sbarros. You know.
No.
I want to just sit here with this soft pretzel and watch the mayhem.
No.
You know, or we just sit at home and watch and play Black Ops 2 all day.
Yeah, exactly. That's what my plan is.
Yes.
Black Ops Friday.
Yes, Black Ops Friday.
Then we can all stream it.
Yes. Black Ops
That's
Friday.
pretty cool.
You can we'll talk about this on the next show, but you can only stream it if you're doing League play.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all right. So
Maybe
we can't
should do
we
the
can't
league
like do our own clan or anything like that and stream
Not
it.
that I found yet.
That kind of stinks.
I've
but
been-
it's a step.
I've been looking. I mean, I haven't seen it all yet,
Okay.
but I'm looking.
But it's a
and you
step
have to
forward.
be. Riz reminded me you have to be hooked up with HD.
Which I am.
Really?
It will not let you stream over standard def.
No way.
Yeah.
That's an interesting catch.
And I don't know if it actually works or not yet because I picked a really bad time to test it, i.e., on Saturday during every college football game imaginable.
Yeah.
So no one was available to test the stream.
Well, we'll do some testing with
So.
it this weekend over the holiday. John says, Father Sorg seems like an interesting guy. Would love that podcast. Well, you don't know the conversations we've been having lately. We'll ask him about Lilith Fair sometime for you. So, yeah, go check that out. Again, you guys are going to converse about that on Let's Play, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so check out Let's Play this week. I think,
Immediately following this show.
well, more or less. I mean, yeah.
Or whenever you
So
wanna
go
watch-
check that
listen
out.
to
It's
it.
over at insertcointobegin.com. It'll be up here about the same time you see this if you're watching us post-show. So, hey, yeah, drop us a line, awesomecast.com. Contact at awesomecast.com. Twitter at awesomecast. Hashtag this show, AC128. We're on Facebook. We're on Google+. There was a
Hey,
good...
you know what?
What?
Hashtag your tweet with AC128 and tell me which celebrity I should get to
Yeah, good idea.
respond to me next.
There you go. Hey, we actually did have a tweet asking about us to talk about the tech implications of the election results. To which I said, we don't know the tech implications because I have not been following that as closely as I should be. So if there's anybody out there amongst our usual rotation of guest hosts that does follow that, I'd like to get a couple of you that have some opinions about that. I would like to see what happened, what pro-tech things are going out there, anti-tech. Because did we fire the people that are voting and writing the stupid laws that we complain about on this show? I'm
Star Wars lasers.
what?
Star Wars lasers.
Anyways, Bobby F. J-Town, thanks for joining us. He's
No problem. It was fun.
at Bobby F. J-Town on the Twitters. Go check him out. InsertCoinToBegin.com, WrestlingMayhemShow.com, of course.
Possibly soon sharkmullet.wordpress.com. I'm going to be working on it soon.
Nice.
So.
Nice. Go follow his Twitter. It's good stuff. And also Chachi at Chachi Says, InsertCoinToBegin.com. Check out Chachi Plays is coming up soon. Just flipping off the next victim right there.
Right.
For his exploits.
I'm coming for you.
Coming for you. Look out, Internet!
Man, I'm so fired up.
Look out, Internet.
After our break.
There you go. Of course, I'm at Sorgatron. You can check me out. I check out all of our stuff over at sorgatronmedia.com. Check my blog at sorgatron.com, MikeSorg.com for all my other connections and interweavings in the internets.
Interwebs.
Lost breath there for a second. Thank you very much to John, Riz, WrestleFan, Wrestling Revolution, Bobby for hopping in the chat room. Again, that's at live.sorgatronmedia.com here live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, give or take. And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks to our awesome chat room. You've been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week.
We're